Tigers baseball on Fox Sports Detroit is brought to you by Comerica Bank, a part of Detroit and the community since 1849. By Ram 1500 is Motor Trend's 2014 Truck of the Year and first ever back-to-back champion. And by Hebrew National Beef Hot Dogs, the better than a hot dog hot dog. Back here in Oakland, the Coliseum is the site tonight. The Tigers and the Oakland Athletics square off Game 3 in this series. Each ball club with a win so far. Another nice night for baseball here in Oakland. And the Tigers starting lineup this evening looks like this. Presented by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Brad Auspis lineup includes leading it off Rajai Davis. He'll play center field. Ian Kinsler batting second at second base. Miguel Cabrera playing first base. Victor Martinez, your DH. Torrey Hunter is batting fifth, followed by J.D. Martinez. And then Avila Castellanos and Danny Worth rounding it out for Detroit, and they will face the left-handed offerings of Scott Kazmir.
And he's kind of resurrected his career. It started last season in Cleveland. Then he came here to Oakland. He's continued to pitch very well. He is 5-2 on the season with a 2.56 ERA, 45 strikeouts and just 13 walks. Good fastball, good velocity, really good secondary pitches for Scott Kazmir. Let's take a look at the starting defense behind Scott Kazmir this evening, presented by Tim Hortons. You have Cespedes, Crisp, and Reddick in the outfield. Donaldson, Lowry, Sogard, Moss in the infield. In Norris this year, 21 of 23. The opponents have been very successful at stealing bases when he's been behind the plate.
So, of course, Rajai Davis, who is one of the best in the American League at stealing bases, and he is just about ready to go tonight. He'll be leading it off for the Tigers here in Oakland. And tonight's field conditions are presented by Ace Hardware and the Scotts Company. It is another fabulous day. 70 degrees at game time here tonight. It is dry. The skies are clear, and we have fabulous weather here for the third in the four-game series.
That is typically what you get when you come to the West Coast this time of year, whether it be down in Southern California, Los Angeles, or Anaheim, or up here in Northern California. Really good weather.
And so Rajai Davis settles into the batter's box now. Davis, Kinsler, and Cabrera as we get this one started tonight. Left-hander Scott Kazmir ready to go to work. And the first pitch of tonight's ball game is outside.
First pitch.
Davis at 287. He sits safely in his last five. Here is Kazmir's 1-0. And it's in for a strike. Jerry Meals, your home plate umpire tonight, 1-1. Davis swings on the next and lines it to center field. Here comes Coco Crisp, and he tries to make a basket catch, can't do it. And just like that, Rajai Davis is aboard.
It's one of those situations where Davis came to the ballpark today knowing his numbers against Kazmir are outstanding, and he got himself a pitch. It was a changeup. Looked like away from him, and Crisp got a late jump. Rajai now on first base, looking to probably steal base, second base, with Norris at their catcher's numbers.
The two catchers this year for the Athletics just have had a lot of struggles in throwing guys out.
You know, a lot of that is on the pitchers as well. They are not throwing the baseball well, but apparently their pitchers aren't giving them time to throw either.
So Davis becomes a threat now as Kinsler stands in. A very quick throw back to the bag.
And the biggest difference with Kazmir the last couple of years, his velocity has come back. He will touch 94 here today, which gives him about a 10-mile-per-hour differential in his changeup, his curveball, and his changeup, and that's why he's having so much success now.
Kinsler looks at ball one outside. Well, for Ian, he had his 11-game hitting streak ended in the ball game last night. He would go 0 for 5, but he made a huge defensive play in the ninth inning.
Didn't he, though?
Little looper that started the inning, and he ran it down in short right field to change the complexion of the whole inning. Took a big swing there, and he fouls it straight back.
It'll be somewhat of a gamble if Rajai Davis wants to steal here. And it's got Kazmir utilizing the slide step, which means he's not taking much time getting the ball to his catcher.
Davis 16 out of 19 attempts. Altuve has 17 for the Houston Astros, leading the American League. Swing and a tip into the glove. And it's 1-2 now on Ian Kinsler. Kinsler in the month of May, despite his 0 for 5 last night, still awfully good. 359 here this month. With June right around the corner. Now the 1-2, and it's drilled in the air toward left field. That ball is hooking down the line, and foul it goes. Here are those main numbers. 359, couple of homers this month for Kinsler.
Changeup left up in the strike zone, and Kinsler almost made him pay for it. That ball is outside, and Kinsler able to reach out and hook it, but hooked it foul.
And another toss back to the bag at first base. Kazmir is 30 years old now. He hails from Houston, Texas. Wasn't a long time ago in which he was a real dominant left-hander for the Tampa Bay Rays. Goes 6 feet, 185. And the 1-2, and it's a bouncing ball to third, gobbled up there by Donaldson to second one, and that is a double play.
It's a nice job by Kazmir making sure that Davis couldn't steal second base, which kept the double play in order.
So just like that, the bases are empty now.
And Donaldson looking to make an all-star team for the very first time, fields it cleanly, gets it over to Sogard. He has an easy time turning it over.
And this is exactly how the Athletics wanted to face Miguel Cabrera with the bases empty. 324 this year for Cabrera, 8 homers. And he lines this one to right field, and it's caught by Reddick to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left. We go to the bottom of the first in Oakland. We go to the bottom of the first inning. They will face Anibal Sanchez, presented tonight by Family Heating, Cooling, and Electrical.
And very important for Anibal to fill up that strike zone with a lot of quality strikes early in this game against the Oakland Athletics if he wants to stay around. They grind out at bats very well. They get the starting pitcher's pitch count up, but Anibal Sanchez commands 4 pitches. He's outstanding.
Coco Crisp will start things off for the A's. He'll be followed by John Jaso and Josh Donaldson. 239 for Crisp. He is 2 for 9 in the series. He has an RBI. First pitch from Sanchez, in for a strike.
One of the biggest plays of the game kind of went unnoticed last night, and that's when Avila threw Crisp out at third base in the very first inning after a double. He tried to steal second, third base on the next pitch, and he threw him out. That was a huge play in the game, but we really didn't talk about it much.
No, big momentum shift, no doubt. He'll pop this one in the air in a shallow center field. Rajay Davis coming in. First out of the inning. And the starting lineup for the A's, presented by the Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. You saw Chris. Jaso is batting in the 2 slot. Had a big night last night, including a home run. Donaldson, Moss, and Cespedes, followed by Lowry. And a bottom 3 of Norris, Josh Reddick, Eric Sogard.
I was thinking about this today. The DH position has really changed in the American League, hasn't it? I mean, you got Big Papi, right? And you got Victor Martinez. I mean, but really, you don't have a lot of guys that are everyday DHs. I think managers are usually utilizing DH in such a different way these days.
Rotating guys through.
Giving guys days off. Getting guys off their feet.
Jaso looks at a strike.
It used to be only the big sluggers were DHs.
Right. Well, the Tigers have one of the best in Victor Martinez. And he has found a way to master that position. Not easily done. As Jaso looks at a ball outside. Jaso last night walked, hit by a pitch, hit the home run, and Jaso now has 5 long balls on the year. Sanchez ready with the 1-1. Into the glove for strike 2. Jaso, we mentioned last night, gets all of his starts against right-handed pitching, and there's a good reason for that. Obviously, he struggles versus lefties, and it's been that way throughout his career. Just 166 lifetime versus left-handed pitching. We'll shoot that one in the air to center. Davis ranging right. And there are 2 gone.
Let's take a look at the Tigers' starting defense here this evening. You got Davis in center field. On the corners, you have J.D. Martinez after a big night last night. You also have Torrey Hunter in right field. Worth and Kinsler up the middle. Castellanos and Cabrera on the corners, and Sanchez has not in the last couple of years given Avila much opportunity to throw base runners out. He'll have to do a better job here tonight of that, if they do get runners on first, of slowing them down.
Here's Donaldson with 2 outs, and he looks at ball 1. Josh Donaldson has had 3 hits in the series, batting a solid 272.
These A's hit the ball in the air an awful lot. They did it a lot against Max Scherzer in last night's game. They've already flown out twice tonight.
Donaldson hits it in the air quite a bit, and sometimes it goes over the boards. 12 home runs.
He hits the ball hard.
Also knocked in 38 this year. The 1-1 is inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Well, Brad Austin was saying before the game today that there will be no restrictions on Sanchez tonight. They don't have to worry about the pitch count or how many innings. He is ready to go after coming off the disabled list. Now his 3rd start off the DL. And that's it for a strike.
Outstanding curveball there thrown by Sanchez at 79 miles an hour. He's one of those guys that will throw you any of his 4 pitches in any count, and very confident in throwing those pitches for strikes. He's very difficult to get a good read on.
2-2 is swung on and missed, and an easy 1-2-3 inning for Anuel Sanchez. 1 in the books. We go to the 2nd in Oakland. As we go to the top of the second here in Oakland, and leading it off is Victor Martinez. Here's our T-Mobile game changer, and it concerns Mr. Martinez. Look at the slugging percentage. Victor right now is second in the American League, but what is the one big difference?
He doesn't strike out very often. All the other guys, and they're big body guys, they hit the ball out of the ballpark. They all strike out quite frequently, but not Victor Martinez. He has a pure swing from both sides of the plate, and he makes a lot of contact.
Martinez here in the second, followed by Hunter and then J.D. Martinez as Casimir delivers a strike 0-1.
And Victor also has really good numbers against Casimir. Casimir really hasn't been able to figure Victor out. He is hitting a cool .500 against Scott.
No small sampling either. 10 for 20 with 3 doubles. The 0-1 is in for a strike, and now quickly 0-2 on Martinez.
That leg kick of Casimir reminds me of a young Mark Langston. Real high leg kick for a left-hander. Remember Langston's leg kick?
And Mark wasn't all that big either. About the same size.
His leg kick.
Little chopper right back to the mound. Casimir will jump on this one. Fire a bullet to first. Victor is out of there, 1 gone. Here comes one of the heroes from last night's game. That would be Torrey Hunter. Torrey hit a big homer in the 7th inning, tying the ball game up.
You had a feeling in last night's game that the Tigers, they were just not going to lose. They were not going to let Oakland beat them again last night.
Well, he got out to the 2-0 lead, and then Max again had to kind of work his way through some rocky innings, but Scherzer was able to gut through it. That's whistled into left field, just out of the reach of Jed Lowry. So the Tigers have their second hit of the game.
Torrey Hunter, in the latter stages of his career, prepares about as well as any player that you will see. He knows Casimir is going to throw him that first pitch fastball, and he was sitting there waiting for it because he doesn't want to hit the changeup. And once he gets ahead of you with the fastball, he goes outside with that change piece, and Torrey didn't let him get there. There's that leg kick we were talking about with Casimir.
So with 1 out and 1 on, J.D. Martinez will stand in.
I guess J.D. earned himself another start here tonight.
Yeah, Martinez had a nice ball game last night. And also on top of that, as Osmus said before the game, he wanted to give Austin Jackson a day, but Martinez in his limited opportunities has really done well.
7 for 13 in his last 4 road games and 3 homers.
2 out of 3, doubled in the ball game last night. Little chopper to third. Donaldson waits on the hop, fires the second one, and a double play. That is the second double play they have turned in as many innings to start this ball game. 5-4-3. Hang on. Here comes Brad Ausmus. And we'll see if the Tigers want a challenge here. They're taking a look at the tape right now. And Max Scherzer manning the phone says, let's challenge this. So hold everything. Tigers apparently saw that Martinez beat it out. At least they believe so. He may have been safe.
It looks like it. It appears that that left foot got down before the ball got into Moss's glove.
Awfully close. Call on the field right now is out at first base, which would be a double play. So in the command center in New York now, the umpiring crew there taking a look at it, and they will hand down their decision.
I said J.D. Martinez had 3 home runs included in those really good road numbers in his last 4 games, but it's just 2 homers that he had.
Last night, the A's challenged that throw out of Coco Crisp and lost their challenge in the very first inning of the ball game last night. Didn't have one the rest of the night. We'll see if Brad Ausmus will lose his challenge or if he will be given another. But right now the call on the field is out at first base. And sometimes you get a good feel on how close plays are by how long it takes for them to hand down their decision. Another look at it.
Looks like his foot is clearly on the bag before the ball gets in the glove of Moss. But we'll see.
Early challenge in this one for Brad Ausmus, challenging a double play call here in the second, or more specifically, the runner out at first base. That was first base umpire Paul Emmel who made that call. It was a great shot we had of Max Scherzer holding up his thumb.
How about that?
He's apparently manning the phones tonight, and Brad Ausmus will win that challenge. No double play. Call has been overturned. So Martinez at first now with 2 outs. He's aboard on a fielder's choice.
Following the review,
which means Ausmus still has his challenge.
Has been overturned. Detroit retains their future challenges.
So here is Alex Avila. Avila batting .230. He's hit 4 home runs this year and very nearly hit his 5th in last night's ball game. A ball that he crushed to the center field wall that hit the top of the wall and bounced back in.
Avila swinging the bat so well these days. Brad Ausmus putting him out there against a left-hander that is having a superb season in Scott Kazmir.
And Avila looks at strike 1 from Kazmir. 271 on the road this year for Avila.
Kazmir made a couple of all-star teams when he was pitching for Tampa. Back then, he was a hard thrower. One year, he struck out 239 batters.
Led the league in 2007 with those strikeouts. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2 now on Avila. Wasn't too long ago that Kazmir was pitching for a team called the Sugarland Skeeters.
Just a couple years ago.
Independent baseball. And he coupled that with a good offseason in Puerto Rico and signed with the Indians last year and really kind of resurrected his career.
He said playing for that independent club is where he kind of resurrected his fastball.
Just off the plate outside.
93. And with a well-located 0-2 pitch, Avila didn't bite on it. And it was called a ball by home plate umpire Jerry Mills. Norris clearly off the plate with his body and his glove.
Now the 1-2. Bouncing in and away from the catcher Norris. Martinez taking a wide turn, but he's going to hold up. He'll move up on the wild pitch. So JD takes the 90 feet.
That is the 6th wild pitch that Kazmir has uncorked this season.
Now, can the Tigers take advantage? Avila in the ball game last night was 1 for 4, picked up an RBI with that double we spoke of. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And it's inside, run at full now, 3-2. Full count with 2 outs. Avila on the verge of another base on balls. He leads the team in that category. 21 walks so far this year. And he shoots this one back up the middle, but it's fielded there by Lowry. They'll throw him out. Hard hit ball, but that'll end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. Tigers and Athletics are scoreless. The Bernstein advantage brings you the pitcher-batter matchup here to start this inning. That would be Sanchez against Brandon Moss. And there's no doubt that Annabelle has the Bernstein advantage today.
Max got Moss a couple times last night with real good changeups. He'll have to fight that changeup that Sanchez has here tonight. Moss, no success in his big league career against Annabelle.
Moss and then Cespedes and then Jed Lowry here in the second. And a strike to start this half inning off. Moss has knocked in 42 this year. And that is good for third in the American League. Here's the 0-1. Pulled on the ground, foul. Tigers employing the shift against the left-handed batting Moss. If you want to play third base for the Tigers, you better be in pretty good shape because you're running across the diamond a lot.
Yeah, you're getting your sprints in.
That's Castellanos right now in short right field on the shift that the Tigers are employing. Here's the 0-2. It's pulled and it's a foul ball.
Got to get that fastball up a little bit higher if you're going to get a swing and miss against Moss. That's an 0-2 pitch, and Annabelle almost got burned on it.
Sanchez has won his 2 starts, is coming off the disabled list, won his second straight on Friday as he beat the Texas Rangers, the only win the Tigers got in that 4-game series. They won it 7-2, and Sanchez was awfully good. He went around. Strike 3 called, and Moss is out of there.
That's a better 0-2 pitch. The previous pitch, almost a double by Moss down the right field line. That time, Avila motioned for the ball up while giving the signs to Sanchez, and Moss couldn't hold up on this fastball in the low 90s. That is something that Sanchez does very well with his fastball. He can hit all 4 quadrants of the strike zone effectively. Up and in, up and away, down and in, and also down and away with mid-90s fastballs.
Yeah, and while that's only 1 pitch, if you could put it wherever you want, it's effectively 4 pitches.
No doubt about that.
Not to mention the other pieces of his arsenal. Here is Yoenis Cespedes. Skies this one foul.
Been watching Cespedes the last couple of days. He's a little different this year. He used to be one of those guys that was always on his front foot, always trying to be the aggressor in the batter's box, but he almost has like a 2-strike approach these days. He's laid off some really good pitchers' pitches. Otherwise, last year he would have been swinging at those pitches. He's maturing.
Well, Cespedes last year hit only .240, and while his power numbers were good, the average really dipped quite considerably. Sanchez ready with the 0-1 pitch, and it's fouled back. No balls, 2 strikes. Predictions for tonight's Fox Sports Detroit Tigers player of the game, presented by McDonald's new triple cheeseburger for just $2. I got Torrey Hunter tonight.
I'm going with the hero of last night's game, at least one of the heroes. That would be Rajay Davis, and he's got good numbers against Casimir.
And Trevor Thompson went with Anibal Sanchez. Those are our selections. The 0-2. Another foul back to the screen.
I learned something else about Cespedes talking to Chili Davis. Chili said that during spring training, he gets to the ballpark, dude, at 5 o'clock in the morning. No one beats him to the spring training facility, and no one beats him to the ballpark during the regular season. He's at the yard at 2:30 every day.
Well, that's saying something, especially in spring training where it really starts to get long, all-day games. That's drilled toward left center field. That ball is hit well. Davis on the run. Diving play in left center by Rajay Davis.
He's got speed to burn in the outfield, and he's also familiar with playing center field in this spacious ballpark.
The former Oakland Athletic feels quite at home here at the Coliseum. What a play.
Usually this is the strikeout when Cespedes is up there, but he's got a nice 2-strike approach going these days, and that ball stayed up long enough for Rajay with his speed to run it down, even though he had to leave his feet. And you can see him visibly calling that ball, letting J.D. Martinez know to peel off. I've got it.
So what looked to be a surefire double is a tremendous play in center field by Davis, who's having quite a series now. There's a strike called on Jed Lowry.
He told Trevor Thompson yesterday there's no doubt there's a little extra pep in his step coming back playing against his former team. He wants to do well in front of these fans.
The 0-1 is lifted in the air to center. Davis sprinting in for this one, and he'll run that one down as well.
Using them legs today early, isn't he?
He sure is. A 1-2-3 inning. Tigers baseball here tonight from Oakland, presented by Bell Tire. To that play involving J.D. Martinez on that ground ball that was initially called a double play. Here are the two definitive looks that New York had. You can see Martinez right there touching the bag, and you can still see the baseball.
It's also a perfect example of why you hit the front part of the bag. If he's hitting the middle of the bag, then his foot's not on the bag when the ball goes in the glove, and therefore that call may have standed. Very important when you're running down the line, hit the first part of the bag that you see. The front of it.
Scott Kazmir goes back to work. Nick Castellanos leads it off, and he takes strike one. Castellanos at 233, 6 base on balls in his last 4 games. So his walks are up, even though he has struggled a bit with the bat. Nick right now batting in the 8th slot in this ball game here tonight. He'll be followed by Danny Wirth and then Rajay Davis. Here's the 1-1. Fouled away 1-2 on Castellanos. Oh for 2, but 3 base on balls in this series. Had a pinch hit walk in the ball game last night. Kazmir's 1-2. Swing and a miss, and Nick is out of there, 1 gone. Kazmir has his first strikeout of tonight's ball game.
Kazmir a little bit different than Tommy Malone, who started the opener here on Monday. Kazmir doesn't go inside all that often with his fastball, and on that start a couple of days ago, Malone, he had about 3 or 4 strikeouts on the inside corner to Tigers batters looking, but Kazmir does not frequently go inside.
Here's Danny Wirth. Fouled back out of play.
Tigers trying to jump on that first pitch fastball from Kazmir.
Danny batting 189, 0 for 4 in the series.
And 26 pitches thrown so far by Kazmir. 20 of those are strikes.
Here's the 0-1. There's a question I have for you concerning both really Kazmir and Chavez, who we'll see tomorrow. They've had a couple of Tommy John guys in the rotation, Griffin and Parker, and they've lost them. But Kazmir has not pitched 200 innings since 2007.
And he's probably not going to pitch 200 innings this year. They're going to watch him very closely because they've signed him to some length on a new deal when they got him as a free agent, and they want him to stay healthy. So they're going to watch him very closely.
But I guess the question is, as you get into July and August and September, I mean, you have to consider bolstering that rotation, especially if his innings start to pile up.
No doubt. And knowing Billy Beane, the way that they've been able to find pitching, I wouldn't be surprised if they got themselves a couple of really nice pitchers in the minor leagues that they plan on possibly using a little bit later on.
2-2 now on Danny Worth. Rajai Davis waiting on deck. Danny swings and misses, struck him out.
Norris, the catcher, wanted that fastball inside. His glove was set up on the inner third of home plate. Kazmir missed his spot, but still able to get the strikeout. Look at the glove. He's on the inside part of home plate. You can see he moves over there. And once the ball delivered, the ball slides back outside.
Back-to-back strikeouts for Kazmir.
Looked like the timing was off there a little bit by Danny Worth as we got another look at that swing in slow motion.
Davis sends one toward left field. Hit well. Cespedes on the move. He's going to turn on it off the wall. He'll fire it back into second, and Davis has a double.
He just has Kazmir's number, doesn't he?
2 more hits tonight. Single and a double for Rajai.
Anybody else on the Tigers team, this is a single because of Cespedes in left field. He plays the ball perfectly off the gate. He grabs it on one bounce and fires a strike back into the infield. Davis, probably the only one, maybe Kinsler and Jackson, that get doubles there.
Rajai had to turn on the Jets right at the end. I'm surprised. I thought that play would be a lot closer with the arm that Cespedes has, but Rajai's speed got him in there easily. Now we'll see if Kinsler can drive him in. Ooh, nice swipe tag there by Sogard, but a little bit late.
I'm kind of surprised they're paying that much attention to Rajai at second base. I mean, it's 2 outs if he wants to steal third base. So what? Kinsler still needs to get a base hit.
By the way, the 2 hits tonight now for Davis now makes him 9 for 17 against the left-hander.
You notice how Norris, the catcher, got up and threw the ball back to the pitcher after that pitch right there? He stood up and he fired it firm back to Kazmir.
Well, they're on high alert.
After what happened to him last night. That'll never happen to Norris again.
The 0-1.
This is what happened. Rajai watched 3 pitches. He watched how Norris just casually lobbed the ball back to the pitcher. And then once he got himself on second base, he just timed it perfectly on the lob and got to third base without a play and scored on a ball that Jackson was able to beat out.
Biggest play of the night, or one of them at least. Got him, strike 3. Kinsler caught looking, and they will strand the man at second base. He strikes out the side. On our way to the bottom of the 3rd tonight in Oakland. Here in Oakland. Time now for you to tweet your photo using hashtag Detroit Fan Photo for a chance to have it shown in an upcoming game broadcast. Brought to you by AT&T. Detroit Fan Photo is the hashtag. Derek Norris leads it off, facing Anibal Sanchez, who has retired 6 straight. A couple of strikeouts for Sanchez tonight. Everything else has been hit to Rajay Davis in center. Norris, Reddick, and Sogard. First pitch in for a strike, 0-1.
Anibal Sanchez now 6 of 7 in first pitch strikes. And when he gets in one of these moods where he is throwing first pitch strikes, he's tough to beat. And usually when he's on, he doesn't make many mistakes.
A little bit outside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Pretty close.
Sanchez thought so. Norris was a member of the Nationals organization and then came over to Oakland in the Gio Gonzalez trade. That's low. 2-1 the count.
A lot of the guys that the Oakland Athletics have on this current roster started their careers in other places.
It's amazing how they've been able to fit some of these pieces together. There's the 2-1. That's in there. 2-2 on Norris. Athletics came into play tonight with a record of 31-21. Reddick waiting on deck. And the 2-2. In the air again to center field. Here comes Davis on the run. He'll make another running catch. They have kept him moving tonight.
That is already 5 putouts by Rajay Davis already this evening.
Well, we have a chance. Back to the studio we go for a game break. Mickey York.
Batting in the 8th position.
All right, Mick, thanks. That's a pretty good idea on that first pitch over there in Boston. They have their celebration tonight. Josh Reddick is the batter here with 1 out, nobody on. We're in the 3rd, no score. Sanchez with the 1-0. It's outside. 2 balls, no strikes.
Didn't I read where Manny is now a player coach in the Chicago Cubs organization?
Yes, he is. Of course, Theo Epstein now is at the head of that organization there.
Manny had great work ethic as a player. He did some crazy stuff, and his last few years weren't good. And of course, he got caught doing some things he shouldn't have been doing. But there was a time where he was Miguel Cabrera. He was the best hitter in the game, bar none.
Yeah, it started when you talked about right-handed hitters. It started with Manny Ramirez.
His numbers, I mean, they are right up there with Miguel Cabrera in just so many categories. If you look at where they were at different stages of their careers.
Meanwhile, that's a 4-pitch walk for Josh Reddick. Be the first base runner of the night for the Athletics. Here's Eric Sogard. 21 strikes out of the 30 that Sanchez has thrown already tonight.
And we thought we were going to get that pitching duel last night with Gray and also Scherzer. But the 2 guys tonight so far are on top of their games as far as throwing lots of strikes.
Sogard batting 188, but this month has not been awfully good at all. 154. And he looks at a strike, 0-1.
We told you that Anibal Sanchez, his numbers aren't very good at limiting stolen bases by the opposition since last year, the beginning of the year. Which means that even though some of these A's don't have good speed, they may try to exploit that weakness. Avila's been tremendous this year. If you get him the ball in enough time, he can throw you out. He already has thrown out 15 base runners this year, Avila.
Back in there at first base, Reddick. He has 1 swipe this season. Sanchez missing. Run the count to 1 ball, 1 strike. Sogard 1 for 4 so far in the series. Anibal started the game by retiring 7 straight. Then a walk to Josh Reddick. Sanchez did not walk anybody in his last start. Bouncing ball right side. Miguel has it. Fires to second, one. Relay to first. Sanchez covers for the double play. And the Tigers turn one of their own here tonight. It goes 3-6-1. Inning is over. 3 in the books here in Oakland as we go to the 4th. Still no score. No score in this one, and the Tigers here in the 4th inning have Cabrera, Martinez, and then Torrey Hunter.
Kazmir retired Miggy on 1 pitch back in the 1st inning. A line drive to the right fielder Josh Reddick.
Hits the outside corner for strike 1 with the fastball.
He has been as efficient here with his first pitch strikes as Anibal Sanchez.
Even though Cabrera went the other way his first time up, they play him to pull on the infield. And he'll shoot one foul again the opposite way. 0-2 on Cabrera.
Kazmir pitches very well in this ballpark. 2-1 with a 1.99 ERA coming in. You'd expect that. Very spacious outfield. Ball doesn't travel all that well in the evening. And he keeps the ball down.
Here's the 0-2. Tried to check it, and he did.
Ooh, really?
That's what Paul Emmel says. Crowd doesn't like it. Let us see.
About as far as you can go, isn't it?
Ooh, I think he went. Well, I don't know. Doesn't matter what we think. The 1-2. Drill to center field. Coco on the run. Still going back to the track. Reaches to make the catch.
That's a 3-iron right there.
Hit it hard. Sliced on him a little bit as well.
Right on the screws. Coco Crisp is a real good defender in center field. But that ball was absolutely smoked by Miggy. It was down the strike zone, too.
And so Miguel tonight is 0 for 2. Here's Martinez. Victor came in leading the league in hitting. Fly ball right field. This one is straight at Reddick. 2 outs in the Tigers' 4th. And now Torrey Hunter.
Number 48, Torrey Hunter.
Hunter 1 for 1, had a base hit. That was back in the second. Tigers have had a single and a double from Davis, a single from Torrey Hunter for their 3 hits tonight. And Torrey looks at a ball inside, 1-0. Floats a little bit inside.
It's a breaking ball there at 77 miles an hour thrown by Kazmir. Slow curveball. He hadn't thrown many breaking balls. He's been pretty much fastball changeup through the first 3 innings here today.
Wave and a miss.
Looks like a different guy.
Well, the A's had Bartolo Colon here, and he won 18 ball games. They decided not to re-sign him. Instead, they went after Kazmir and signed him to a 2-year deal.
They signed him early, too. They signed him on December 4th.
Another swing and a miss. And so far, I'd say they're getting a pretty good return on their investment.
No question. Torrey swings too big against that changeup that Kazmir is featuring here today. Torrey knew it too.
We don't want to see that. Outside, fill it now 3-2. Kazmir in search of the 1-2-3 inning. He got fly balls from Cabrera and Martinez. J.D. Martinez on deck. 30-year-old out of Houston, Texas. And another fly ball. This one hit to right center field and hit well. Crisp is on the run for this one. He looks up, and Torrey Hunter has done it again. It's another homer for Torrey. A 2-out solo shot, and the Tigers take the lead.
Talk about making an adjustment. He swung at back-to-back changeups and took huge swings at both of those. Then he got in his emergency stance, his 2-strike approach, and he hit a home run to one of the deepest parts of the ballpark for a right-hander over the 388 sign to right center field. This is an absolute blast. That is Torrey Hunter's first home run to right field this year.
And second home run in as many nights. A solo shot here in the 4th gives the Tigers the lead. Not even Coco Crisp could get up for that one. J.D. Martinez swings and misses.
That is only the 4th home run that Kazmir has given up this season.
Tigers had their 4th hit. 2 of them for extra bases now. Martinez another swing and a miss. 0-2. J.D. bounced into a fielder's choice back in the second. Kazmir has him set up 0-2. Kazmir made his debut at the age of 20 with Tampa Bay. In fact, he was an all-star twice by the time he reached age 24. High fly ball, foul ground, right field line. Reddick, long run, and he couldn't hold on. Looked like he overran it a little bit.
Anytime you start venturing over into that area where you got to deal with the mounds, if you're a first baseman, a second baseman, or a right fielder, you start to tiptoe. You take a look at him looking down to see where that mound is. He doesn't want to run on top of that mound, and he simply overruns the baseball. He took 2 looks to see where that mound was, and he didn't even get close to it.
Line drive to right field. Reddick on the run again. This time he'll get there. Nice running play. But the Tigers have grabbed the lead on a 2-out solo shot by Torrey Hunter. Torrey hitting his 8th of the season, and the Tigers have a 1-0 lead. Tigers baseball on Fox Sports Detroit is brought to you by Arby's. Try Arby's Smokehouse Brisket Sandwich today. And by Bell Tire. Get the lowest tire price, period. Bell Tire. Back here in Oakland, where the Tigers have taken the 1-0 lead on the home run by Torrey Hunter. A solo shot. He hit one last night. He has hit another one here tonight. And Sanchez goes to work now, facing Coco Crisp to start things off. It'll be Crisp, and then Jaso, and then Donaldson. In for a strike, 1-1 on Coco. He fly to center field his first time up. But outside, 2-1 the count. By the way, did you hear that across the street at the basketball arena, Bruno Mars is playing tonight?
What time he start?
Starting at 8. So the traffic getting out of here might be a little bit thick this evening.
Now they'll still be in there, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. There's a strike call, 2-2.
You think our credentials will get us in over there?
I'm thinking no. Although I did consider it, I don't think it would. Sanchez ready with the 2-2. High fly ball right field, straight at Torrey. And he comes walking in a couple of steps, one gone. It's another fly ball out. Hey, by the way, Wednesday, June 4th, the Tigers taking on the Blue Jays, who, by the way, are having a really good year. 7:08 start. The first 10,000 fans receive a free grocery tote. For tickets, call 866-66-TIGER or visit tigers.com.
So far, very nice job by Sanchez keeping Crisp off the base paths. He energizes their offense.
6 fly ball outs already recorded by the Detroit defense. Jaso flied out in the first inning. Ball 1. Homered in last night's game, and 4 of his 5 home runs have come here at home and also here in the month of May.
He had a good night last night, and he really piled up Max Scherzer's pitch count by himself. He saw 23 pitches last night, and he also homered in the game. He got a changeup that was up and got out in front of it, and that ball got out in a hurry.
Looking at some of the numbers and the offense for the Athletics. They fouled off 23 pitches last night against Scherzer. Pulled foul. And that was one of the reasons why Max's pitch count was so high early in the game. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jaso hitting here with 1 out in the 4th. Tigers have a 1-0 lead. Low, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sanchez retired 7 straight to start the game until the Reddick walk in the 3rd. But then Hannibal got a double play. Now the 2-2. Came in at 70 miles an hour, and Jaso just got a piece of it. White Sox have won tonight. They beat Cleveland 3-2. Chicago came in 5 behind the Tigers in the Central. Lifted back out of play. This is an A's team that offensively has done some really good things. They are 2nd in the American League in runs scored, 2nd in home runs, and they lead the AL in on base percentage.
They've got some balance, led by Bob Melvin. And Melvin has skippered a couple of different teams before landing here in Oakland. The Seattle Mariners and also the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Jaso goes down on strikes, 2 away.
And Bob Melvin was also the bench coach in Detroit when Brad Ausmus played there. And Bob Melvin said you could see way back then that Ausmus was a little bit different than most of the guys that were on that team. He was a catcher for one, and he was very, very smart. You could see that managing was going to be part of Brad Ausmus's future.
Now Donaldson with 2 outs. Ball 1 inside. Strikeout victim back in the first inning. Donaldson came in a career .340 hitter versus Detroit pitching. Two and 0.
Dangerous count here. If you decide to throw Donaldson a fastball, he's got a lot of pop in that bat, and his bat is awfully quick. So if you do throw him a fastball here, then make sure you locate it in an area where he cannot hit it out of the ballpark.
He'll get back out of play.
87-mile-per-hour slider thrown there by Sanchez. He didn't give in to Donaldson. That's something that Anibal does as well as any pitcher in the American League. Change speeds. Fastball tops out at 97, and what, he threw a pitch at 70 miles an hour a couple of batters ago.
70. Here's the 2-1. Drilled to center field, base hit.
That boy hits the ball hard, man.
That he does. And that is the first hit of the night for the Athletics. Donaldson, a 2-out single, his 4th hit in the series. Now Brandon Moss. There goes Castellanos again from third to short right field. He actually had to motion to Anibal saying, hang on. I got to run out to right field. Don't throw it yet. Moss, a strikeout victim back in the second. And he shoots one on a line, and a diving stop by Miguel at first. Cabrera stretching out to his right. Nothing comes of the 2-out single. And we have played 4 here in Oakland. Tigers getting a little bit of defense here tonight. Miggy with a nice play.
Joe Nathan in the 9th inning trying to nail it down. A couple of Tigers made outstanding plays. Ian Kinsler ranging far into the outfield makes a real nice grab. Then Miggy picks one and shuffles from one knee to Nathan, who was covering. So Tigers flashed some leather in that 9th inning last night, and Miggy doing it again today.
The nimble Miguel Cabrera. Here is Alex Avila to start things off. The Tigers have the 1-0 lead on the home run by Torrey Hunter. It'll be 7-8-9 coming up. Avila followed by Castellanos and Danny Wirth. Scott Kazmir goes back out to the hill. Avila bounced out his first time up, hit the ball hard back up the middle though. Ball one inside from Kazmir.
Kazmir has one of those slow curveballs too. That one registered at 68 miles an hour. So he has gone from 68 all the way up to 94.
One ball, one strike.
Talking to Bob Melvin before the game today, he said they identified Kazmir toward the tail end of last season. He was really good in that second half for the Cleveland Indians. He and Ubaldo Jimenez are two major reasons why Cleveland won so many games late in the season.
Well, apparently they thought he was a better bet than Bartolo Colon going forward.
Bartolo pitched a good game today in New York.
And he won 18 here last year.
He's a strike thrower with his fastball.
1-2 on Avila. The one thing that Kazmir has not gotten tonight is run support. He's gotten plenty of that this year. In fact, about 7 runs per game.
Second most in the majors.
Bouncing ball to first. Brandon Moss will handle it himself. One gone here in the 5th inning. There you go.
And Sanchez not too bad either.
C.J. Wilson of the Angels getting 7.5 runs per game.
Burley.
That's why he's having a great year. Getting 7 runs a game, Mark Burley. Here's Castellanos. Nick batting .232, struck out his first time up. That Toronto team just keeps winning, man. They won again today over Tampa.
Now there's a rumor out there that they're going after Samardzija of the Chicago Cubs, and I can see him doing it.
Now Samardzija falls on the opposite end of luck. He's not getting any run support.
He'll get some there.
2-0 the count on Nick Castellanos. Low 3-0 on Castellanos.
I don't think there's a player out there that has been talked about as much as Jeff Samardzija being available at the trade deadline this year.
Quick, spell his last name.
I got no shot there. I know it starts with an S, and then there's a M after that.
S.M. Arja. 3-1. Waiting on deck, Danny Worth. Tigers up 1-0 as we play in the 5th inning here tonight at Oakland. High towering fly ball right center field. Reddick is under it right in front of the warning track. 2 gone. That'll bring up Danny Worth.
Number 29, Danny Worth.
So Danny, who struck out back in the 3rd, will try and get something going here in the 5th inning. Try and keep it going for the top of the order, which is lurking, and that would be Rajai Davis. Worth getting the start tonight at short in place of Andrew Romine. Danny now trying to snap an 0 for 12. In the air to right center field. Crisp is on the run. And that'll end the inning.
Coco had him played perfectly.
1-2-3 go the Tigers here in the 5th inning. Still 1-0 score. Tigers baseball presented by Bell Tire. brought to you by the new Chevy Silverado light duty and heavy duty lineup. And by 5 Hour Energy. It helps those who, despite their own needs, put others first. What a gorgeous night here in the Bay Area tonight. In fact, it has been great this entire trip. Weather outstanding. Our game time temperature tonight was 70 degrees. Sanchez back to the hill, sporting a 1-0 lead. Yoenis Cespedes will lead it off. And he's standing in there looking at ball one. Cespedes, and then Lowry, and then Derek Norris. Sanchez has allowed just one hit. That's on the ground foul. It was a 2-out single in the fourth inning. I mentioned earlier that Brad Ausmus said today that for the first time they're not going to worry about pitch counts for Sanchez. There's no limit. The obvious ones, of course. I mean, once you get over 100, 110 pitches, then you start to pay attention. But it's not like Sanchez has to come out after 80 pitches or so.
It's been a crazy year for Anibal so far. Started in spring training with shoulder injury, which was minor. They just backed him off a little bit. Had a couple of starts rained out. Then he had the blister issue.
It's been disjointed, no doubt about that. The 1-2 is swung on and missed.
He looks good here today, though.
It'll be the fourth strikeout for Sanchez.
I love the way that he gets ahead of hitters, and then once he's gotten ahead of them, this fastball at about 93 looks really good to hit, but you can't catch up to it.
Here's Jed Lowry. Oh for 1 for Lowry. That's in the air to shallow center. Davis on the move again. It's another put out for Rajay. 2 outs.
Let's take a look at the Jimmy John's freaky fast delivery of the game. You just brought it up. Davis is all over the place. He has several putouts. He made a real nice play off the bat of Cespedes, arranging far to his right, leaving his feet, and making a real nice grab, calling it while still running, and he comes in and makes another play. He's been running all over the outfield here today, and Brad Ausmus wanted to give Jackson a night off, but Davis has been awfully busy out there.
So would you say he's freaky fast?
Yeah, absolutely. Freakier than fast.
Here's Derek Norris now with 2 outs. Sanchez right now rolling along, trying to get through the 5th. 2 out, nobody on. In there for strike 1. Norris fly to center, and that was back in the 3rd. Although he had a grand slam the other day in game 1 of the series, by and large has been struggling the last week and a half or so, and he waves and misses. 0-2 the count on Derek Norris. Tigers trying to improve on their 29-19 record. Came in with the largest lead of any division leader in baseball. 5-game spread. Here's the 0-2. Inside and high. 2-2 the count. Should Norris reach, Josh Reddick is waiting on deck. Smallest crowd of the series so far here tonight. 15,590 is the attendance this evening. Here's the 2-2 offering. Got him. Strike 3. Sanchez a 1-2-3 inning, and that's 5 strikeouts for Anibal. And he is cruising along. Sanchez doing it tonight. Tigers have a 1-0 lead. The home run by Torrey Hunter. Rajai Davis will be starting things off, and we remind you to enjoy a cold one and look forward to Miller Time later in tonight's game, brought to you by Miller Lite. It'll be Davis and Kinsler and Cabrera 1, 2, and 3 facing Scott Kazmir. Rajai's had a huge night already. Not only 2 hits, but he's caught a ton of fly balls out there in center. Davis a single and a double. The only blemish for Kazmir, the 2-out solo shot by Torrey Hunter back in the 4th. First pitch is in for a strike on Rajai.
Rajai Davis has outstanding speed, but never really bunts for base hits down toward third. Therefore, Donaldson, their third baseman, he's about 5 steps in back of that third base bag.
That's how deep Donaldson is playing. Of course, Rajai played here from 2008 to 2010. And while he was here, he enjoyed the opportunity to work with Rickey Henderson during spring training for the Athletics.
Yes, he did.
Rickey would impart a lot of his wisdom. Of course, Rickey, the all-time base-stealing king with over 1,400 in his career.
Yeah, Rajai said that Rickey taught him how to steal bases.
Big swing there, and down he goes. 1 out. That is the 4th strikeout for Kazmir.
First strikeout for Kazmir since he struck out the side in the 3rd inning.
And part of that was Ian Kinsler. He struck out to end the 3rd. Ian in the series now 0 for 7. The average of .319. About time for Ian to get himself a base hit.
Yeah, Brad Ausmus gave him the day off on Monday to recharge his batteries. Yeah, but they haven't been recharged yet.
There's a slow roller hit toward third. Diving try Donaldson, backed up by Lowry, who throws him out.
Real nice concentration by Lowry there, but it appeared that Donaldson might have gotten a little glove on that ball.
Number 24, Del Cabrera.
He sure did change the directions just a little bit. Miggy's had 2 great at-bats here today against Kazmir. Lined out sharply to right field his first time up, and then he hit a missile to center field that Coco Crisp ran down at the warning track right in front of the 400-foot sign in center.
In there, strike 1 from Kazmir.
This guy is throwing a lot of strikes today, man. 67 pitches. 67 pitches, 49 strikes.
Here's the 0-1.
People wonder why the Cleveland Indians are not as good this year as they were last year. But that's one reason right there. Kazmir.
He really had a nice year for them last year. Kazmir, a big part of their rotation, especially down the stretch. 10-9 last year with the Cleveland Indians. And his return to the big leagues after playing independent baseball a couple of years ago. 1-1. Backed him out of there. 2-1.
Good pitch by Kazmir. Yeah, but usually pitchers don't double up with the fastballs inside, and Miggy's a smart hitter. And if Kazmir goes back outside with that changeup and leaves it up, Miggy's going to hit it hard somewhere. Going fastball away instead.
Pounded foul. 2-2 now on Cabrera. Kazmir in his days with the Rays was a teammate of John Jaso, who was his teammate here. And Jaso said back in those days he just used to reach back and throw it as hard as he could.
So Bob Melvin said before the game today. Complete pitcher these days.
And he almost got Cabrera there. The one problem that Kazmir eventually had after his early success, injuries. He has gone to the DL 8 times. Here's the 2-2. High fly ball left field. Cespedes has room. And Cabrera's out. So are the Tigers. They go 1, 2, 3 in the 6th. Back here in Oakland, and the sounds of Careless Whisper means one thing. Josh Reddick is leading it off. He'll be followed by Sogard and then Coco Crisp. It is a 1-0 ball game here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Tightly contested between Anibal Sanchez and Scott Kazmir. And the only difference in this game, the home run by Torrey Hunter. Reddick had a base on balls in his first at bat. Drills one foul down the first base line.
Anibal Sanchez has that deception in his delivery where he just ever so slightly turns the hips to the hitter. And also you can see his number. Then all of a sudden he gives you a really nice arm slot, and you don't know which pitch is coming from the arm slot he's giving you because he throws all 4 out of that same window. He's taking advantage of that elevated fastball today to get some swings and misses too. Reddick didn't bite on that.
Total of 5 strikeouts tonight for Sanchez. And he's ahead here 1-2. That'll bounce in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Reddick was the first base runner of the night for the A's. Sanchez retired 7 straight to start the contest. Here's the 2-2. Foul tip into the glove. Strike 3. 1 away. Time for a game break now. To the studio we go with Mickey York.
Now batting second baseman, the 28, Eric.
All right, Mick, thanks. Yeah, the White Sox keeping the heat on. Winning again tonight. Sogard the batter. Strike 1 to Sogard. Played his college ball at Arizona State. They had a really good team back in 2007. Won the conference that year. That is down the left field line. Fair ball. It'll go to the corner. Martinez digs it up. Sogard will head to second. He's got himself a 1-out 2-base hit. Sanchez has not given up too many hits tonight. That is only the 2nd allowed.
It's a fastball that stays up, and Sogard got beat on the ball, but able to fist it down that left field corner for a stand-up double. That's a tough play right there for a right left fielder, but nice job by JD.
Tying run is second base. 1 out. Top of the order coming up. Coco Crisp. Couple of fly balls for Crisp. 1 to center, 1 to right. 1-0. Tigers have the lead here in the 6th. Strike 1 on Crisp. Coco 2 out of 11 with an RBI in the series. Just about a week or so with a neck injury, and really since coming back has not done all that well. 184 since his return to the lineup. Got a chance to drive in a run here. Crowd starting to come alive a little bit. Here's the 0-1. Fought it off. 0-2. Sanchez about to throw his 70th pitch of the night. He has gone over 100 just twice in his first 7 starts.
Really can't be any more efficient than Anibal has been here with his pitch count.
And now Crisp will step out. Ball high. 1-2. And this is what Sanchez has done by inning. That's why he's been so consistent. And the pitch count has remained relatively low. 17 pitch, 4th inning, the highest. Here's the 1-2. In the air, shallow left. J.D. Martinez coming in. So Crisp is retired, 2 away.
Here's our high-speed pitch brought to you by Xfinity. Anibal Sanchez in this game has thrown quite a few fastballs. He's elevated quite a few fastballs. His top heater this evening, 94 miles an hour. And he threw a slow breaking ball last half inning at 70 miles an hour.
Well, he's got one more out to get here in the 6th inning. John Jaso will stand in. One of the 5 strikeouts make it one of the 6 strikeouts for Sanchez in this game. And he drives this one foul. Ooh, that would have scored the tying run.
You have to be careful here if you're Sanchez. You do have a base open. You are going up against a left-hander in Jaso, who is hard to strike out, even though you struck him out the last time he was up, and they've got a right-hander in the on-deck circle. Even though it's Donaldson, you have to be careful here. You can live with getting beat by the right-hander, but not so much by the left-hander in this particular kind of game.
Pickoff throw, and he got back in there. Danny Wirth sliding in behind the runner.
Not necessarily trying to pick him off, but what they're trying to do is make sure that Sogard maybe shortens up his lead a little bit, and on a base hit, the Tigers outfielders will have an opportunity to maybe throw him out at home plate.
Jaso strikeout, flyout. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Been a really good month of May for Jaso. 340 coming into play tonight. Played with a couple of different teams, Seattle and the Rays as well. On the ground to the second baseman, right at Kinsler. And that'll take care of the side. So Sanchez able to pitch around the 1-out double by Sogard, and he keeps the lead. Sanchez fired up, still 1-0 Detroit. It is 1-0 in favor of the Tigers as we go to the 7th inning here in Oakland, where they just ran the Hall of Fame race. Riley Fingers, Ricky Henderson, Dennis Eckersley. Riley got out to a really good start, but look who's coming.
But then Ricky started being Ricky.
Anyone know why Ricky's wearing sunglasses here at night?
He's cool.
Good answer.
Old school flat top going too.
Look at Ricky. Ricky will eventually win the race. There he is. Just ahead of Riley Fingers. And he gets to play the saxophone as the winner. Here come the Tigers now. Here in the 7th inning, and Victor Martinez leads it off and strokes a single to left field on the very first pitch.
That is one thing that is very surprising about Victor Martinez is the fact that he doesn't get a chance to bat right-handed all that much, but his numbers are really, really good when he goes up against lefties. He kills them.
Yeah, there are the numbers, 442. So we'll see if the Tigers now can add to their 1-0 lead.
Victor's been swinging on a lot of first pitches. He's such a smart hitter who studies a lot. He knows that Kazmir throws a lot of first pitch fastballs, and that time Victor was fortunate.
Hunter is the difference right now, a 2-out solo shot. That happened in his last at bat in the 4th inning, giving the Tigers the 1-0 lead. And Torre now has hit 8 home runs this season.
Scott Kazmir is 17 of 23 in first pitch strikes.
Whoa.
So far thrown to the Tigers hitters.
Pulled to third sharply. There's one, and there's two. A little bit of bad luck there for Torre. Hit it hard, but straight at the third baseman, and they turn the 5-4-3.
Second double play, and that Donaldson has started getting the ball to the second baseman, Sogard, and the ball hit so hard, Torre really didn't have a chance to beat it out. That's a nice feed by Donaldson to the second baseman. Right in the chest.
Two down now for J.D. Martinez. 0 for 2 for Martinez tonight.
Make that now 18 of 24 first pitch strikes for Kazmir. Just so you understand the importance of the first pitch strikes, the batting average about 100 points higher when the count is 1-0 versus 0-1.
Drilled down the left field line, and that'll go foul. No balls, 2 strikes on Martinez. What the pitching coaches say, best pitch in baseball.
First pitch strike.
First pitch strike. And Kazmir's done a really good job of that tonight.
He's also used his fastball quite a bit here this evening.
Wave and a miss, and just like that, the inning is over. Kazmir gets his 5th strikeout. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left. It is time to stretch. Donaldson, Moss, Cespedes coming up. In a tight one here tonight, as promised earlier in the game. The AT&T fan photo of the game is here. Tweet your photo to hashtag Detroit Fan Photo for a chance to have it shown in an upcoming game broadcast brought to you by AT&T. Looks like Austin Jackson is checked into the ball game now. Good play in center field. And Sanchez goes back to work. Josh Donaldson leads it off. And he looks at strike one. Donaldson, Moss, Cespedes. These are the 3, 4, and 5 hitters. Popped up. Right side of the infield. It'll be Kinsler. One gone.
Do you think that something's going on with Davis, or is it the fact that J.D. Martinez in Brad Ausmus's mind may feel like he's a better defender in the outfield?
I think there's something going on. I think that you probably would go Rajai in left and Jackson in center, and I consider the same thing. I mean, I thought for sure when Jackson came in, Rajai would go to left and Martinez is out.
Especially with the numbers that Rajai has against Kazmir. Kazmir doesn't look like he's going anywhere anytime soon.
So hopefully there is nothing wrong with Davis.
And J.D. Martinez just made the last out.
Roll down the first base line. 0-1 on Brandon Moss. If we get any word, we'll certainly pass it along, but no indication of any trouble with Rajai. Moss 0 for 2, line out, strikeout. Strike call. 0-2. Sanchez allowed a 1-out double in the 6th, then got a fly ball and a ground out. And really not too many chances tonight for the A's offense. Here's the 0-2. Moss came in having driven in 21 runs in his last 22 games. There's a home run in the series. And that one low again as Avila goes down to get it. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Sanchez can go a couple of different ways here right now with Moss. He can simply go upstairs and reach back to get 94. Or he can simply go back downstairs with another changeup to try to get a swing and miss.
Stayed outside, and the count fills now 3-2. 1 out, nobody on in the 7th. There's Cespedes waiting on deck. This ball game tonight has been pitching dominated between Sanchez and Kazmir. They both have been outstanding. The Torrey Hunter home run gave the Tigers the lead. Fly ball toward left. Martinez coming in. 2 up, 2 down. Hey, don't forget the Tigers host an ALCS rematch at Comerica Park. The Boston Red Sox coming to town June 6th through the 8th. Tickets still available. Tigers.com or 866-66-TIGER. Watch the Tigers and the Red Sox. Tigers, of course, went to Fenway and swept that 3-game series on the last road trip.
Boston had a 10-game losing streak, but they have won their last 2 games.
Here is Cespedes. He is 0 for 2, and he looks at ball 1. Yoenis a strikeout and a flyout. Sanchez throws a strike. 1-1 the count on Cespedes. So the pitch count for Anaheim still in really good shape. Most that Sanchez has thrown in a single start this year is 110. And he did that at Dodger Stadium way back on April 9th. Here's the 2-1. Foul fouled away. 2-2 on Yoenis Cespedes.
This is the kind of start that Jeff Jones, the pitching coach, and Brad Ausmus have been looking for. One that can help them get their bullpen back in order. And their bullpen the last 10 days or so has worked quite a bit.
Swing and a miss, and Sanchez continues to roll with a 1-2-3 7th inning. 7 strikeouts for Anibal.
I see you, Anibal.
Downtown Oaktown, the Tigers try to take game 3 in this series, 1-0 Detroit.
Has been as good as advertised here this evening. He's got some help from Donaldson, who's helped him turn 2 double plays, and when he hadn't gotten help from his defenders, he's just gotten it done by himself. 6 strikeouts, good fastball, good changeup, and Anibal Sanchez, he's matched him pitch per pitch this evening. Sanchez hasn't given up anything. Torrey Hunter is the reason why the Tigers are on the board right now.
Solo shot by Torrey in the 4th inning. That has been it between the two teams here tonight. Kazmir back to work now as Avila stands in, and Alex takes a rip. 0-1 the count.
A lot of these Tigers hitters, because Kazmir has thrown so many fastballs on the first pitch, they've been very, very aggressive. Hadn't helped them out a whole lot, but they've been very aggressive on first pitch swinging here this evening.
Castellanos will follow, and then Danny Worth. 7, 8, 9 facing the left-hander Kazmir. He is used to a lot of run support, as we told you earlier. Gets about 7 runs per game, but tonight a big goose egg from his offense thanks to Sanchez. They're waving a miss by Avila.
Talked about Anibal doing a nice job of giving his bullpen a rest tonight. Kazmir doing the same. Oakland got beat up in Toronto by that good Toronto Blue Jays offense before they came here to start the 4-game series against Detroit.
And the A's had lost 4 straight. Swing and a miss, and Avila down on strikes. 6 strikeouts now for lefty Kazmir.
Number 9, Dick Castellanos.
So here's our game summary tonight. Sanchez 7 innings, 2 hits to this point with 7 strikeouts. Kazmir has gone 7 1/3 to this point. And Torrey Hunter, a solo shot. 2nd of the series, hit one last night. It was just as big last night, tying the game. Here's Castellanos. 0-1. Nick, a strikeout and a fly ball.
How about that? Everybody getting fastballs. Castellanos gets a change piece.
Here's the 0-1. Fastball up, he laid off. 1 ball, 1 strike. in there on the inside corner. Castellanos with a crooked look for home plate umpire Jerry Meals. 1-2 the count. And that's why he gave him a crooked look while it was inside.
Well, if you're the home plate umpire, Jerry Meals, both pitchers have been around the strike zone all night long. They're going to get the benefit of the doubt.
Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Castellanos down on strikes, and that's 3 in a row now for Kazmir, who has struck out 7.
He is absolutely dealing. Got that circle change, and it's a good pitch for him.
It's exactly the guy that we had heard about, and a guy that got out to a great start this year. Was 4-0 in the month of April with a 2 ERA. Here's Danny Wirth with 2 outs. Backs away from ball 1. Strikeout, fly out for Danny. In the air to center. Crisp is under it, and Kazmir continues to roll as well. A 1-2-3-8. Favor of the Tigers in a masterful performance tonight by both starting pitchers, Kazmir and Sanchez. And now the A's coming to work here in the bottom of the 8th. Jed Lowry leads it off, and then Derek Norris and Josh Reddick. Hannibal had a 1-2-3 7th inning, protecting a 1-0 lead. The first pitch is low and in. Jed Lowry is 0 for 2. He's hit the ball in the air twice to the center fielder. Now the 1-0. Bouncing ball foul. Getting word on Rajai Davis now. The reason he left, a left shoulder contusion. So he bruised his shoulder somehow, some way.
On that dive, possibly, early in the game.
1 ball, 1 strike. I'm trying to think. I don't think anything else happened to him in this game, did it?
Not that I could think of. I think they may have tried to pick him off on one play at second base when he was out there. He had to dive back, but that's it.
And that diving play made center field would have been a lot more violent than that. That play is second. Here's the 2-1. Pulled on the ground, and Miggy is able to stop it. Underhand toss, 1 gone.
Now here's that play that Davis made very early in this game. It was off the bat of Yoenis Cespedes in the second inning. could very well be the reason he left this game. Yeah,
rolled over on that left shoulder.
And he winced there, too.
Six in a row retired by Sanchez. Here's Derek Norris. Norris 0 for 2. Strikeout, fly out. Bouncing ball to third. Foul. Has there been a better pitch ball game by a Tiger starter this year?
You'd be hard pressed to find a better game pitched against them, too. I know that kid Andrew Cashner earlier in the year in San Diego was really good, but we haven't seen many games like the game that Kazmir is twirling against the Tigers either.
0-1.
Tigers also came in real good numbers against left-handed starters this season.
Strike called, and now it's 0-2.
He is one step ahead of these Athletics all night long, and the reason for that is he's got 4 pitches. And he's been able to command all 4 of them so far tonight.
Swung on and missed, and another strikeout for Sanchez. It's 8 of them now for Anibal.
He got Norris shaking his head. I mean, 1, 2, 3. The last one at the bottom of the zone that Norris swung right over the top of. At 89 miles an hour. Nice 2-seam fastball.
Reddick a strikeout and a walk. 8 punch-outs tonight for Anibal Sanchez. Rejected, strike 1.
Look out, Anibal.
Reddick now 1 for 5 in the series. .215 batting average this year. And Sanchez missing outside, fastball away. First 7 starts, a lot of run support for Sanchez tonight, just 1 run. Outside, 2-1. He has surrendered just 2 hits in this ballgame. In fact, Anibal didn't give up a hit until 2 outs in the 4th inning, a single by Donaldson. And then Sogard doubled down the line in left in the 6th inning, but they couldn't score him. Exactly what Brad Ausmus wanted tonight. A little bit of a break for the bullpen. Low, and the count now 3-2. Waiting on deck is Sogard. Sanchez about to throw his 100th pitch of the night. Why not? Struck him out. 9 strikeouts for Sanchez. A 1-2-3 8th inning. And Anibal is retired 8 in a row. Tiger fans on their feet here in Oakland tonight as the Tigers bring a 1-0 lead to the 9th. All right, Mick, thanks. It is the 9th inning indeed. Austin Jackson getting his first at bat after taking over for Rajai Davis, who left with a bruised shoulder, and a strike called on Jackson. It's 1-1 on Austin. Kinsler Cabrera to follow, 1, 2, and 3 in the Detroit lineup. Facing Scott Kazmir. Jackson looks at a strike. And it's 1-2. Kazmir allowed a home run in the 4th inning of Torrey Hunter. Otherwise matching Sanchez pitch for pitch in this game. Marvelous job by both starters this evening. Swing and a miss, and Jackson is out of there, 1 gone. 8 strikeouts now for Kazmir. Here is the Subway in-game box score. Davis, of course, started this game, was 2 for 3 with a double, and then had to leave with a shoulder problem. Torrey Hunter's home run, one of his 2 hits tonight, and that really has been the majority of the story here. Here is Kinsler. 0 for 3 in this game. And he looks at ball 1 high. 1 run, 5 hits for Detroit. No runs, 2 hits for the Athletics. Neither team with an error this evening. Off the end of the bat, it'll roll toward first and stay fair, and Kinsler is out. 3 unassisted, 2 gone. There's the closer, Joe Nathan, not doing a whole lot right now.
No, he's not. He's getting ready to start getting up and moving around just a little bit. It appears that Anibal is going to go out there for the 9th, but they're going to have Nathan ready just in case he needs him.
Here's Miguel Cabrera.
1 insurance run would be lovely.
Well, here's the guy who could do it. Driven to left field.
Stay fair.
High, deep. It is hooking, and it's going to go foul. You almost called it.
It's easy to do when Mickey's up there. He is in scoring position, you know.
0-1 on Cabrera. There is the only run producer tonight, Torrey Hunter, who homered. And that clearly went foul, but it was fun while it lasted.
Mickey's flown out once to center, once to left, and 1 to right. I guess Kazmir said, if you're going to hit it out, I'm not going to help you.
No doubt.
I'm going to throw you something at 77 miles an hour, and if you're strong enough to hit it out, go ahead.
Here's the 0-2.
Kazmir still has a lot left in his tank. That last fastball at 94 thrown by Scott.
Sanchez, the man of the hour for the Tigers, retiring 8 straight down the stretch here. Outside. I know the first game of the series was a blowout, 10-0 in favor of the A's, but last night's game was a really good ball game. Tonight, if you like pitching, outstanding game. Kazmir now has reached 100 pitches, and here's his by-inning breakdown.
Very efficient. The most he threw was in the 4th when he threw 16 pitches. Now that's the inning where the Tigers scored their 1 run.
1-2 on Cabrera. Just got a piece of it, staying alive. 106 is the most that Kazmir has thrown in any contest this year. Victor waiting on deck. Now we're getting some action as well in the bullpen for the Athletics. Another foul. Sean Doolittle warming up.
Mickey hard to put away, and just like Victor Martinez. And when you get ahead of Miguel Cabrera, it's not a given that you're going to be able to get him out. Take a look at what he has done after an 0-2 count. That doesn't mean he hit the home run on the 0-2 count, but the count started, no balls, 2 strikes.
Driven to left field, that ball toward Cespedes, who turns, and it's off the wall, base of the wall. Cabrera heading towards second base, and he is going to be saved.
What a slide by Miggy.
A two-base hit for Cabrera. Hook slide into second base. And the Tigers now will have an opportunity perhaps to get another run.
What an at-bat by Miguel.
Well, that ball came right back to Cespedes.
He got a good arm, too.
His throw is just a little bit off the mark. Otherwise, he would have been out. Oh, did he avoid the tag? Wow. Jordan Baker had the look at it at second base. He's trying to decide whether or not they want to challenge here. And they do. I think he got him in the knee.
It's hard to tell from that angle right there. If we have a different look, we might be able. He didn't get him there, but he might have got him. It looks like he missed him there, though. I can't really tell, but the umpire shaded too, so he can't really see it whether he got him or not.
So he got nothing to lose here by challenging this play, and
here's
Bob
a look
Melvin's
right here.
going to do so. I think he tagged him
right there.
Yeah.
See, the umpire shaded, though he can't see it.
And Sogard said, "I got him." Cabrera's looking at the replay on the big board here in the stadium, which, by the way, is not very big.
Isn't that high def?
No. Let's put it this way. They need an upgrade. Call on the field right now is safe at second base. And we'll see what the outcome of this challenge is. Potentially a big call here. Obviously, Tigers would have a chance to get an insurance run. And with Victor Martinez coming up and a guy at second base, I kind of like his chances.
This is the second challenge of the game today.
He's out. So it'll be a single for Cabrera, thrown out at the play. 7-4 to end the inning. There's the tag right there. Let's go to the bottom of the ninth. Last call for the A's. We go to the bottom of the ninth, and what a ball game it has been tonight for the starting pitching. Kazmir and Sanchez, and Anibal Sanchez 3 outs away from a victory in a 1-0 ball game. Alberto Callaspo will pinch hit for Eric Sogard. And the bottom of the ninth is underway. 0-1 on Callaspo. He'll be followed by Crisp and then Jaso. Sanchez 9 strikeouts in this game, 101 pitches to this point. And just in case, Joe Nathan heating up in the Detroit bullpen. Eight straight retired as well by Sanchez. What a marvelous effort tonight. Swing and a foul back.
Sanchez still has a lot left in his tank as well. 93. And with that last fastball to Callaspo.
Missed it high. The last base runner the Athletics had was a Sogard double back in the 6th. That was their best scoring chance. A runner at second with 1 out, but they couldn't get him in. Crisp on deck. Fouled away again. Callaspo is 3 for 8 in the series. Has scored a couple of runs, has a double, and a big deep breath for Sanchez. Another foul back out of play. Callaspo's always been a really solid major league hitter.
And his numbers against Tigers in his career aren't bad at all. He's well above 300.
Got a 16-game hitting streak versus Detroit pitching. Bounce in.
And best way to get Callaspo might be a well-located fastball upstairs. If you throw him a breaking ball and you make a mistake, he's going to put it in play somewhere.
Kazmir hoping the offense can get going here in the 9th, and it's rolled foul.
And change up there that he was fooled and out in front of, but Callaspo still able to get a piece of it.
He sees over 4 pitches per plate appearance, which is second on the team. You see the major league average there, so he's above that. And again the 2-2. And another foul. The next pitch will be the 9th in this at bat to Alberto Callaspo. Crisp on deck. Bouncing ball to second. Kinsler throws him out, 1 away.
Here's our Nissan drive of the game. It happened back in the 4th inning. Torrey Hunter got a fastball up that appeared to be up and off the plate outside, but he was able to catch up to it, hit it over the 388 sign for his 2nd home run of this series and the only run of this game so far.
Here is Coco Crisp. 9 in a row retired by Sanchez.
Coco Crisp has flown out 3 times today. Once to left, once to center, and also once to right.
Swing and a miss. So that equals the season high now for Sanchez, 110 pitches. That's a fair ball inside the bag at third. Extra bases. Crisp is on his way to second. And he'll pull in with a double, and now the tying run at second base. Here comes Osmus. And it looks like they're going to want the closer now. We'll see. Season high in pitches thrown for Sanchez, 111. . Yep, they're going to the bullpen. What a fantastic job tonight done by Anibal Sanchez. A wall-side windows pitching change. Tigers will bring in their closer, and a standing O for Anibal.
Here's our Bell Tire pitch by pitch. We thought we were going to get a pitching duel last night, but we got that pitching duel here this evening. Anibal Sanchez was sensational. He had 9 strikeouts in the game. These swinging A's, they flew out 11 times to the Tigers outfield, and clearly the best outing of the year for Anibal Sanchez. I thought the Tigers were going to get their first complete game of the season, but now it's Joe Nathan to finish it off for Anibal.
Yes, indeed. And here are the numbers on Sanchez. 8 1/3 responsible for the man at second base. 9 strikeouts tonight. Tying run is at second. It's up to Joe Nathan now, who comes in for the 21st time. And he's got Jaso and then Donaldson.
He got his 12th save of the season in yesterday's game, preserving a 6-5 victory for the Tigers.
Jaso is 0 for 3. And it's in there for a strike.
Don't think Coco Crisp would gamble here and try to steal third base with the left-hander in the batter's box, and that's why Danny Wirth still playing very close to him, because Danny not sure whether Crisp will try to do it either.
Jaso waiting on an 0-1. Foul back, 0-2 on Jaso. 2 out of 5 career against Joe Nathan. 353 career saves for Nathan, which is 9th all time. Tied for 3rd in the American League this year with 12. Coco Crisp has doubled here with 1 out. We're in the 9th inning, 1-0 Detroit. Sanchez brilliant all night long, and now it's up to his teammate Joe Nathan. Here's the 0-2. Way high. One ball, 2 strikes. Nathan got a 1-2-3 9th inning, preserving the win. save last night, number 12 on the year. And now looking for number 13 here tonight. Way high again. And now the count evens at 2-2.
I thought that first fastball up was by design, but he threw that. He overthrew the last fastball.
Donaldson. He's waiting on deck. And now Joe steps off. Double by Crisp was a ground ball just inside the bag at third base.
Well, you had a chance to see what speed can do for the Tigers in last night's game when Rajay Davis pinch ran for J.D. Martinez. Coco Crisp, he also provides that same kind of high alert attention that he needs to be given. Well, he got an oven mitt on too.
He noticed that last night. Here's a line drive off the glove of Castellanos into left. Holding at third base is Crisp. He had to make sure that ball got through off the glove of Castellanos.
That might have been a double play to end the game.
Was he fooled by it?
I don't know what happened, but it appeared to be a ball that should have been caught.
It sure looked like it should have been caught. And now the A's in business. They have the tying run at third base, winning run at first.
That was actually really good base running there by Coco Crisp. Had that ball been caught by by Castellanos, Crisp would have been able to scamper back to second.
So a meeting on the mound now as Hospice comes out, and they've got to deal with Donaldson here. And Craig Gentry will come on a pinch run for Jaso at first base. A whole lot more speed.
Gentry has 8 steals. He has not been caught yet.
And here is Josh Donaldson. He had a single back in the fourth. It is just the 4th hit of the night for the Athletics. Crisp at third, Gentry at first.
In case you're wondering, Donaldson has grounded into 4 double plays. Brad Ausmus has already delivered the directions for Avila as to where he will throw the ball if Gentry takes off from first. He can either throw through to second base, he could pump fake down to second and go to third just in case Crisp is trying to get too big of a jump in the lead from third base. But Avila already knows what he's going to do with the ball if Gentry attempts to steal his 9th base of the season.
Donaldson drives one deep in the air down the left field line, and it is gone, a home run.
Boy, you got to be kidding me.
The Athletics walk off with a win here tonight, spoiling, and I mean spoiling, a sparkling effort by Sanchez.
They could do nothing against Anibal Sanchez, and Nathan comes in. The first ball should have been caught. But then Donaldson appeared to get a breaking ball and hits his 13th home run of the season. Boy, oh boy.
What a stunning loss for the Tigers. Absolutely stunning. The A's could do nothing all night long. And for Anibal Sanchez, only what could have been. Wow.
That's a slider that got way too much plate. You can see the hips open up for Donaldson, and he's thinking about hitting it out. which he's already done once in the series. That's his second homer of the series. And the A's come out of that dugout.
And they knew it immediately.
And so did Donaldson.
3-run walk-off home run for Josh Donaldson.
Tigers will have to lean on Rick Porcello tomorrow.
And for Anibal Sanchez, a tough ending to a spectacular night. As Donaldson is mobbed at the plate and they celebrate a walk-off win, the second career walk-off home run for Donaldson. His last one was also against Detroit last April. A's win it in the bottom of the ninth. 3-1 your final. We'll be back.